Alright, everybody, welcome back to the Seas of Hysteria. This is episode 4. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We try and do this live on Twitch every Sunday. Carter, take us away with a recap, please.
Of course. So last time we were given orders to head to Briarstone of Eversdale on the Cape to the south of our current nation. We received a bit of a loan from the Royal Guard to make some purchases in town. Decided to keep our funds, see what we can find further along the road. But we made it to the castle along with the cart we were supposed to escort with the goods. Inside, we found a manifesto describing the load which we were transporting, which contained Irarium, both red and blue. An interesting mineral that I am eager to get my hands on for research and possible future developments. However, before we could make it to our destination, we were ambushed by bandits. Several of them managed to grab our guards off of the cart, suspending them in the air, while the rest surrounded the cart and attempted to make off the cargo. During the fight, a pair of wolves attacked, and we somewhat banded together for a moment with the bandits while we dealt with them, before the bandits attempted to flee, and we managed to detain two. I say we, it was entirely Varian detaining the bandits, while I got mauled by a wolf. After that, we established camp and are currently waiting for additional reinforcements to help right the cart and continue our journey.
Alright, fantastic. GM, it's all yours.
Yeah, I'm just finishing up. Let me see if this will show on the thing. Does that pop up for you, Drake?
Negative. What am I looking for?
Give me a sec.
Yes.
How about now?
Yes.
So that's what the vial looks like.
Oh, fantastic.
That would be the smoke vial that the lead bandit, I don't think you guys got her name, even though I said it so many times, you guys never really asked. True. So, out of character you know, but in character you don't know. Anyways, this was the thing she dropped. This is a custom-made item. I will read what it does. Because I'm going to assume you guys took enough time to kind of identify this. It's a small vial of darkness. Once per day, you may drop this vial in place. The spell darkness is cast where the vial is dropped. Roll a 1d20. On a 4 or below, you lose the vial where it is dropped. So that's kind of how I designed why she dropped it. After dropping the vial, you make the disengage action. So that is now in your inventory.
Now, question, is this used as a bonus action or an action to use this?
It'd be a bonus action because disengage is an action.
Okay.
It's kind of a compound thing to where it's kind of like a get out of jail free card. You drop it and you leave really fast.
All right, very.
It's going to use your turn, but it'll also help you to get out, and there's also darkness in there as well, so everything that someone might be doing against you is at disadvantage, as well as trying to find you is disadvantage, so it might give you time to get away from a fight in like a last-ditch effort, like she was doing.
If you had a sneak attack bonus, possibly.
Possibly, or dark vision.
Dark vision doesn't work in magical darkness. So if you had like a blind state, then maybe. Nope.
Well, there is a feat for it though. Or is it warlocks only?
Yes, Eldritch Invocations.
That sucks.
Yeah. It's really good for warlocks.
Anywho.
But...
Yes, it is. So yeah, you guys are kind of sitting on the side of the road. Did I delete all the bad guys?
Except for the 2 wolves that you that we took care of, and then we had 2 of those bandits that the guards were either gonna pick up for us.
Did you get 2 or did you kill 1? I don't remember.
Nope, we got 2.
We got 2.
Give me a sec to get
Varian got 2.
Yeah, it was all Varian. Super cop.
It was a team effort, guys. Come on.
100%. I'm trying to find my encounter sheet. So you did this. And you did restrain.
Yep. Well, Varian did anyways.
We'll use net for restrained.
Okay.
That works.
Oh wait, that's web. There's an actual net.
Ooh.
It's fun.
That's that. They are both, I'm guessing, at 1 HP, so you guys can do with that what you want. We'll say that you've got about, what did I say, it was about an hour worth of travel before this all occurred. So there is about an hour worth of time that you guys kind of have with these two before anyone will get there. We can fast forward to that if you want, or if you want time with the scouts alone, it's up to y'all. Or if there's anything you guys need to do, feel free to use a hit die if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll probably take a short rest.
I would want to interrogate both of them myself, but have them placed on two different sides of the cart, possibly unable to hear each other.
All right.
And
see
then
their passives real quick. Yeah, of course, it's not going to open up what I needed to. 10. All right.
So my thing is, I'd probably want to be learning a little bit from each one of them, and then trying to place blame on the other one.
What you're doing.
Saying, "Oh, your buddy's
so there is
running it."
Yeah. There is a ranged guard and a guard. You're more than welcome to tell me where to put them as well.
Let's have the ranged guard on the guy who is closer to the open area that has more escape routes, while this guy is kind of trapped. So having the other guard right here would block off
I'm not
areas.
seeing your pings.
You're not seeing my ping?
Are you pinging? Okay, there's one.
Yeah.
You want...
that's where I want the footman. Yeah, I want the footman like right here. And then I want the ranged guy kind of like down here-ish, like near where Varian is. So if this guy tries to escape, he has a lot more escape routes than this guy. He only can go a certain way, right?
So while you're telling him this, the ranged guard would, you know, if I get on top of the hill, I can see more ground and kind of provide aerial support.
Do it. Absolutely do it.
It's up to you, though.
You know what?
He'll go up there.
Let's go with that. I'm talking fully out of character right now. I'm just trying to
and I'll say he's constantly just doing like a 360. He's focusing more so kind of like, I did not mean to pull y'all. More so in the back area and kind of leaving the front kind of to you guys to yell for him if need be.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'd want to be going back and forth between the two, feeding off a little bit of information between them. So if I hear the guy, one of them slip up and say, let's say the boss's name, like, oh yeah, he just ratted you out for a better deal.
All right.
You know.
Varian, you can use a hit die if you want. I don't know if you've done that before. You've played D&D before.
Yeah, I used one.
Or is it short rest? Do you full heal on a short rest or no? No, you can use hit die, right?
Just hit die.
You can just use as many hit die you want to get to full.
Up until you run out.
Okay.
Alright, I'll use 2 then.
And my second wind would still be out, because isn't it only on long rests, if I remember
Second wind comes back on a short rest.
Ooh!
Yeah.
So my grit and...
No, it's a really good...
So my grit would also come back too?
I'm not sure about grit. I don't know.
I think grit's long rest.
Class. Could be.
Grit's kind of like your spell slots.
Yeah, so it's probably long rest, but that's the kind of thing you guys could look at. I don't know.
You can use this time to reload your guns, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
And apparently my little turret lasts for an hour, so it'll be sitting around with me for that duration.
Should I
Does
just
your turret
roll?
have a passive perception by the way?
No.
Or does it just work off of yours? Is that something you'd like to look into, like researching, like sensors and stuff for it?
Could be something I look into, but it only lasts for an hour, so it's not the kind of thing I could set up for a long rest. And
Yeah, but I mean, we could research like batteries and things to make it last longer.
so that's the kind of thing that would absolutely
Yeah,
be
yeah,
useful.
yeah. For anyone who is watching, it's going to be kind of like very highly customizable. It's kind of homebrew. Well, a lot homebrewy. Some of the things we're going to do. We'll find out how OP they are as we go.
Oh, you regain all expended grip points after a short or long rest.
Okay,
Nice.
so kind of like the warlock.
Sweet.
Yep.
All
right.
right. And Carter, what are you kind of doing while Calvin's going to be kind of doing some questioning?
Just gonna set up on this cliff, kind of watching where the bandits ran off to, trying to make sure they don't come back too soon. But other than that, not much.
All right. Before we start into this, everyone kind of give me a general perception check.
Perception, you
This
say?
will kind of be for like, yeah, this will be kind of like for the next hour as well. Okay. Perfect.
Damn. What was it?
Rolling good
Is a
today,
hunter-
boys.
no. Yeah.
See how long
So
it lasts.
I get a hunter's intuition. So I get a 1d4 on perception. I gotta remember doing all this, or I'm gonna hate myself. So boom, plus 1d4. 14.
Rip.
All right, give me a sec. Trying to find Drake's thing. Because I kind of know, we can set that up to just automatically do that +4 every time.
Can you?
Yup.
Yeah. And that's for what is it?
Perception.
and survival.
Yes.
Go ahead and give it a shot now.
Gotta go to 4.
We'll take the 14, but I just want to make sure it's working. Did that add the +4?
Yep, I think so.
Maybe?
Oh,
No.
+2 +6.
What the heck?
Didn't do it. Hold up.
The 6 is from mod. I think it. No, it just added 4, not a D4.
Try it now. See what happens.
Yowie. $15. So I have my 10.
Well, now it's a 2
plus
and a
my...
3.
I think
Well-
that is working. Did you change it? Try rolling it again. See if
I
the
changed
mods
it
change.
to a 1d4. Yeah.
Try rolling it in. see
So
if
my
mods change.
perception says it's at a 5.
Still a 2 and a 3. Do one more.
Two and a 3 again.
It's
Yeah, it's
hard
not
to tell. We could just be rolling the same thing over and over, but it does look like
Yeah, but
it
it
is
wouldn't be
just
given
adding.
this.
I don't know
Yeah.
why.
No, because it's 2 and 3 on both sides.
Yeah, but the 2 is from
That would be
proficiency, so
10.
that won't change. The 3
So now
is
it's not rolling.
Yeah.
So it's not rolling a 3 every time. It's true. We'll just leave it as is. Just have it do the thing.
And then roll a separate die, or
yeah,
cool.
just add on
Easy.
a D4. We can look
I like
into
that.
it later.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'll keep that up for now. Carter will say you don't really see too much going on with that high perception check. You've been keeping an eye on the woods, kind of making sure that no one's coming back for a second attack while you guys are kind of recuperating. And same as you, Varian, you're kind of making your rounds, walking around as you're healing, eating like an energy bar or something, getting your carbs up. Calvin, how would you like to start this?
Which one looks dumber? Would you say?
They're both pretty much the same. I mean, I can roll two perception or not perception intelligence checks and let you know.
Okay. Either one that looks a little more frightened or looks like he'd be an easy mark, something of the sort, and then try and go for them first.
One of them surrendered and one of them was knocked unconscious. So
That's true.
Would you say that the one with the lower the intelligence would be the one who surrendered? Or
we'll say that was the one that was knocked unconscious.
okay, so let's go for the
one
guy
that
who
surrendered's got a little bit. The one that surrendered's got a little bit more of an intelligence. He gave himself up, so he's not really as much willing to talk.
Okay, so let's go with the guy who got knocked unconscious. Maybe something rattled around in his brain.
I think the one that's over there by Varian's the one that was unconscious. He was the last one captured.
Okay, so I'm gonna have a cup of water, and I'm gonna bring it down to him, and pass it over. Using...
Oh no, sorry. I'm sorry. We're still going to use this, but the last one captured was the one that was running and surrendered. But we'll say he's the one over by the guard being watched. We can continue.
So I'm going to have a cup of water, and I'm going to bring it down and put it on one of the crates, and pass it over to him.
He's just going to kind of slowly reach for it if he...
I'm giving him a smile. Like, give him a nod.
Yeah, he'll just kind of take the water. His hands are kind of shaky. He's very busted up. Bloody, black eye. It's already starting to puff. Swelling.
Bad
bloody
little
nose.
Bad little trip you had over there. Are you okay? We should have medical attention coming our way quite soon, and they could patch you up.
I don't even remember what happened. Last thing I remember, we were helping each other.
Yeah, you saw wolves, and then you started to run, and then tripped over a log or a rock or something of the sort. So, you tripped, and you hit your head. Are you okay? Do you remember where you were running to?
Make a deception check.
16.
Okay. He's just sipping on the water slowly. Well, I mean, I guess I was running from the wolves. I don't really remember too much. About where to? He kind of looks around. Is this where you found me?
Just right up the road a little bit, but yeah. Were you trying to... I'm sorry. Were you trying to get back to your rendezvous point or anything of the sort?
Saying this, you see that he starts kind of looking around.
Your friends left you, which is kind of weird. I don't know why they didn't. Maybe they thought you were a little too slow, and I took care of the wolves. I hold up both pelts.
Right. I don't think I was around for that happening. And he's still looking around. You said they just left me.
Well, there's only one other guy here, and he tried to attack us right after.
Slowly just keeps drinking his water, looking around.
There's something you're trying to not tell us, or is there something you want off your chest?
Well, I don't think they would just leave us.
Well, if you see, they're not around.
It's just that, we always come back. And he just starts drinking his water. And that's really, I think, all I have to say. If they haven't tried coming back yet, they will.
All right. Well, you enjoy your water.
It's been 6 hours. I haven't seen them.
Make a deception check.
Oof.
You know, the bandits, we travel by the sun, and he kind of looks up. Sun hasn't changed that much.
Noon.
Hasn't really changed that much since time of target. Sips the water again.
So, hearing all that, I'm gonna go off to the other guy.
As you're walking up, you hear him and the guard kind of talking back and forth.
I'm gonna hold
Guard
back.
kind of looks at you.
What were they talking about? Like,
just the guard basically asking the same questions as you. As you're walking up, you'd say, basically, they're telling me that they're gonna come back for them. All he's really saying.
But what if I told you they're not gonna come back for you because you were a little slow? They probably think you're wolf food.
Right, I think you're forgetting that I was on the evacuation party there, so I know they'll be back.
Will they now? What was her name again? Your leader. Oh, jeez.
All right. I'll write this down. Her name was of none of your business.
Oh, I think I've heard of that, and I think you're telling me shove off. No. I have another glass of water?
You can pick one up.
Okay. I splash it in his face.
It is rather cold. It is rather hot out. I appreciate the consideration.
No problem.
You do know that it's cold and falls on the horizon.
But your buddy over there is singing like a canary. He's already told us what you're going to be doing with the cargo. He's told us so many things, even the rendezvous point.
I mean, we're bandits. It's not too much of a secret what we're planning to do with it. We're going to sell it. It's not like we're hiding that.
But thing is, he's not going to be locked up in a cell. He's going to place it all on you.
You see, here's the thing. Our crew never decides rendezvous because we always come back. So we always go to the rendezvous together.
But what if they think you're dead?
He just kind of licks his lips of the water that's dripping down his face with the sweat and blood mixed in.
You know...
You said, what if they think you're dead?
Yeah.
Think of us like, you've heard of an elephant? Think of us like elephants. We always bury our own. They'll come back one way or the other. Whether they have to sit and watch and wait for you to leave, or whether we sit here and die, they will be back.
But what if you're not here?
Then they'll follow. There's only two places you can go, back to Olympia. Which, that's where they'll probably, honestly, picture us going. That's where the prison is. Or you can head towards Briarstone, where there's more of us than there are of you.
Are you hungry? You look a little hungry.
He just kind of looks at you. No, I have a feeling I'll be eating with my friends soon.
You sure about that? And I get up and walk off to the other guy.
I'm about as confident in that as you are in your interrogating abilities.
Go over to the guy.
He's just looking at you, lips closed. Water's gone.
You want more?
No, thank you. I think I'm.
I
I'm
still
good
fill
now.
up the glass with a pitcher.
Oh, he's not taking it.
It's still there. Just sitting.
All right, we'll say about an hour has gone by at this time. Another carriage is rolling up. I have to find my character sheets. I should have got a carriage token. What am I doing?
Ooh, the big boss pulled up as well. Okay.
Oh. Interesting.
Something's missing. All right. As they are coming up, we will place the other guard. Kind of keep them together. You start to hear a carriage coming from around the corner, coming from the north. I know this map is completely laid out wrong now that I'm saying this, but Olympia is to the north. We'll
It's a
say
bend
this
in
is
the
one of those
road.
weird little. Yeah, it's heading north, and yeah. But you hear the carriage coming from the north. You hear with those perceptions, you hear it's Simon, and you get a good feeling that that's who it is. As they roll up, they kind of look around. All right, then. So no one greets us when we get here, huh?
Just keeping an eye out. So far, our new friends have been quite adamant that they're going to have folks returning for them.
There's Carter's over there. All right. I'm gonna zoom in on y'all just so I can see what I'm doing here. Simon kind of walks up, first noticing the wolves that are just skinned there. Right then, who did the bulk of the damage?
I think that goes to Verin. Oh, sorry, did you mean to the cart or to the bandits?
Or to the
Well,
wolves.
I mean, to everything in general, I guess. First, to give me a basic rundown, I guess, sending. It's very minimal what you can say. And you guys kind of relay to him. You guys were traveling, you didn't really see too much as far as what happened, just that they got roped, cart flipped, yeah, and so forth and so forth. Right, well...
I was napping
So
the
you're
whole
saying-
time, too.
Probably should mention that to Simon there.
Yeah,
I still would.
brush over that.
Yeah, we'll keep that on the DL.
Right, so you're saying that these other two here, they're expecting another attack then?
That's
Seems
what we
that way.
got.
Did you happen to get the name of the proprietor?
Right not.
Simon's going to kind of walk over. All right, what's the name? The guy just kind of looks at him. Just wait long enough. I'm sure they'll be back to get us. Simon kind of gets down. Right. Well, looking over towards Varian, the only real bandit crew that works down near Briarstone would be the, I gotta look it up. Dadgummit. I think it's the Bloodblight crew. I will write that for you.
Very edgy.
They're bandits. What did you expect?
So, yeah. That
Well,
would
they
be their
know.
crew name. Right, so the only people really working around this area would be Bloodblight crew, and their leader would be, as he looks over, Lily. And the guy's eyes kind of start darting again. That's what I thought. He kind of motions towards Varian and Calvin. Hey, step this way with me. I'm going to move you all over towards Carter. And we'll move the other guy over there. Right. Who the fuck let it get away?
Excuse me?
How could you let it get away? What happened?
Wolves.
I hold
Also,
up 2 pelts.
She also
She has
got the-
magical smoke bombs.
Not
I'm gonna
anymore.
Hold up the magic one that we got.
He kind of looks at it, holds it up to the air. So they're researching. Alright, well. I'll tell you what, keep this one. When y'all get back, pending you guys still have that, bring it to me. Maybe we can produce more of these. Get some of our own people researching a few things. So she got away. Did she get any of the goods?
No.
All the manifests are here.
We also did some damage to her too, so. It's gonna
Yeah,
take
she's
a
not
while
one to
for
run
recover.
unless she's... He kind of looks around. I'm not going to say that she hasn't gotten away from me once or twice. She's not going to come back while we're here. She'll let them go to Olympia to be hung, or she'll just wait till we leave. So it's kind of up to you what you want to do. You can send them back to Olympia. They'll stand trial. And stealing from the king's kind of treason, so kind of see where that would go. Well, you can turn your backs and let them go. It's up to your discretion, honestly. You're the ones that had to deal with them.
Our interrogators would probably have a better chance with them. Maybe they can figure out who the actual person that this cargo was going to, so we could actually end that ring.
If it was going to anyone, it would be Lily. I mean, they kind of steal it. There's a town in...
Where would it go to, though?
It normally goes to a... I guess you would call it a laundra. Clean it up. You would take it probably to the southern continent and sell it there. Can't really trace it back to the northern continent. People down there are kind of uncivilized and do things a little differently. And there's a little town on the eastern shore called Caravan. Big trade city, usually. That's where all the black market deals go.
So they're not likely to have anything useful. Still, they put their lot in with a bunch of bandits. They should have expected an end like this.
No, it's not so much that they're bandits. They just also call themselves bandits. They're a well-organized ring. I mean, if I had to take a guess, I'd say they're at least 30, 40 strong. Think of it like a thieves guild. More so than just bandits.
All the more reason we send them a message that you start something like this, you're not above the law.
Like I said, it's on you. I mean, they do have their hideout in Briarstone somewhere. We haven't really been able to locate it yet. I'm not saying you'll find it today, but you're more than welcome to look around town while you're there. I'm not so certain that your targets will be getting there today, right? You'll most likely have to wait a few days before they get there, so you have a little bit of time.
As much as I would like to look into this, our first priority is the cart, which we should probably get to writing.
As you're saying this, Simon kind of lifts his hand up and points back. You see that there's another wagon coming around the corner now. It's got about probably about 8 guards total, 6 in the back, 2 in the front, to kind of load up this stuff. He looks at you. Not that we're not confident in you, but obviously we got hit already. We're going to load up both of these carts here. We'll split the load between, and all of us will take it together towards Briarstone. Once we get there, we'll just head back and let you to your devices.
So we're dragging those two out to Briarstone, and I'll gesture to the bandits.
It's up to you guys. You can leave them here. If you take them there, you're just taking them right back to where they come from anyways. You're basically doing them a favor. Or you can let them back to Olympia, but like I said, chances are they're going to stand trial, and chances are they'll be hung. This is the king's goods that are being transferred. Yeah, think of it like king doesn't just have gold coins sitting around. They have exports and things. So they get their money. This is their export. This is from their private stocks. This is being sold for their money. And this is a direct attack on their trade.
Well, they did
break
the law, so they should be persecuted.
Of course, but I think we should take them with us. Like you said, we could be doing them a favor. And it might mean that if we get attacked again, we could have a bit of leverage on the rest of the group.
Well, that's true, too. I mean, we can always bring them to Briarstone. You can make your decision there, what you want to do with them.
That works for me.
Yeah,
Sarah?
let's do that.
Works for me as well.
For the time being, too, I mean, wolves are pack hunters, and there's only 2 of them here. I'm sure there's more around. I'd feel safe if we go ahead and load up and get out of here as soon as possible.
Agreed. I don't have high hopes for those horses. I'll start making my way back to the carts.
And as you're going back, all the other guards are kind of like starting a chain and loading stuff, crate at a time. Getting all the boxes loaded up into the 2 new carts. Where'd you go to? Yeah, Carter, as you're kind of walking by Bella, she just kind of gives you a nod.
I give the finger guns to Bella.
She just gives you not a face palm, but 50% of it, the head down part at least. We'll say
Perception to see if she's smiling?
Oh, yeah, you can roll perception.
Heck yeah. Oh. Go. +4!
She's not smiling.
16?
16? She's not smiling. She doesn't seem amused. She's more, she's not upset at you all. She's just kind of upset at the situation more so. You know, this is kind of her business, and you guys were hired to take care of it. The cart got attacked. Like, she doesn't blame you. It's just, it doesn't reflect good upon her. If that makes sense. Like, she has a boss too, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of the vibes you get. Alright, you guys load up. I will say that it's relatively more uneventful as you guys head towards the city. Someone roll me a d20 real quick.
Oh,
Got it.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh.
Okay. No,
Huh?
Go ahead.
No, 11's fine. Or 11's fine. I was doing a 50% roll above. 10, the bandits left you alone, so 11's fine.
Dope.
So yeah, as you guys are kind of heading south, they don't really mess with you. They kind of get the sense that you guys are heading back towards their city anyways, you know?
Oh, yeah,
so you're keeping them in the cart seems to have been a good idea. Where's y'all's group token? And this is the city of Briarstone. So like I said before, the city of Olympia is kind of like very nice brick cobblestone on the insides, and then on the outsides it's more... That music's getting kind of loud. Drake, tell me if your levels are okay.
My levels are fine.
Okay. So on the outside, kind of the same thing. It's very shanty looking. You know, straw roofs, wood houses, less so. When you get to the inside, more cobblestone, things like that. Very Victorian European, you know, looking. Very what's the word I'm looking for? Like Jack the Ripper-esque.
Okay.
But yeah, so you guys get to the city. Gotta find what I'm looking for. I always label 1 as the that shouldn't be a thing. Hold up. I need to go to the map layer. One's always like the city hall. And he is going to take you to... he wouldn't take you there. I'm gonna put you guys in here. I gotta put a 1 on the map, or 2. So he brings you guys kind of in a back alley. I'll kind of... Where's my drawing thingy? Wait, what is this? Is it a ruler now?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
no.
Oh, that's ridiculous. All right,
Well, it's
so you
always
guys
been
kind
a
of came in.
it's always been a ruler. It just hasn't really.
I'm
now
gonna show you
looks
guys
like
the
a
paths
comb.
you kind of came in. If that makes sense, I can't
Yep.
make
Yep.
it stay there.
Pretty
Yep.
much the
So you
most
guys kind of
obvious
came in
route.
and through a kind of a back alley. I know it shows the buildings are kind of close there, but you came through a back alley and you're kind of heading towards, this building here.
Big one.
Which is you come up, you see it's kind of a back door. So a few dwarven fellows come out. You kind of see them shake hands with Simon. They go straight to the back, start unloading some things. Simon kind of looks at you. Why don't you y'all go down front and I'll meet you all inside. Just gonna handle some of the business end of this. You got the 2 there, and that's on that. Give me a sec.
All right.
I'll send that to the other layer. The name of this place is The Broken Compass.
Bish. Okay.
And
Are they saloon style doors or regular doors? Like,
saloon style.
fantastic. I'm gonna barge right through.
All right. So you come up to this little place. Like I said, saloon style. There's a barn outside, as you see. Simon and them are stabling the horses as all this stuff is happening. I didn't realize there was a campground in the back, but there are outhouses out back. That camp stuff isn't there. It would more so be a, just an empty place where shipping and receiving comes in. And this is kind of a general goods store. There's a young man behind the counter, kind of sees you guys as you're all coming in. Can I help you all? You look a little out of place here.
A little bit.
Don't see many people in heavy armor as yourself like so. He kind of looks over towards you, Calvin. Did you bring Hobbs with you, by the way,
I did.
on this trip? Okay. He kind of looks to you too, Calvin. What can I help you all with? Anything particular you're looking for?
Catnip.
He's an 18, 19-year-old looking human boy. Looking him up and down, he's wearing like very nice clothes. You can tell that this store that he kind of is, it's a nicer store. It sells kind of pricier things. I'm not trying to say he's wealthy. You can tell that he presents himself as wealthy. But you can also tell that he presents himself like he is something, but you know that it's kind of like it's his father and not him, you know? Kind of has that attitude. So what were you saying? Sorry.
Catnip.
I'm not really sure what catnip is. Maybe you can explain it better. I'm sorry. I don't normally actually work behind the counter. This is something my father does. He's out back at the moment.
It's something a cat eats, and they like to relax after a long day's work.
So just like cat food, then?
No, it's more of a treat.
Oh, cat treats, then?
Kind of. It's like a
You're gonna
drug
have to
a
be
cat
more
eats.
specific. He kind of, at the word drug, his eyes kind of perk. Drug, huh?
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
What are we
I'm in
talking
the business
about?
if you're looking.
Oh?
He
Tell
kind of
me
looks at
more.
you. We're talking about the same thing, right?
Absolutely.
He kind of looks over towards Varian. I think
He's
it's better
cool.
just-
He's cool.
Well, he's making me a little anxious, if I'm being honest.
He protects
I can
me
step
and
outside.
more. He protects more of the cat than me.
Right.
I'll just walk
Varian,
inside.
hold Hobbs
No,
for
no,
a
no.
second.
You
You'll
don't have
see.
to. You're fine. How about we walk around the store and look for this catnip?
Absolutely.
I'm trying to find a picture right now. He begins
Mhm.
walking around with you.
Just gonna see Varian step out, just look at him, like a sidelong glance, like, what has Calvin done this time?
He's just gonna
He
shake
kind of
his
brings you
head.
back to a. He kind of brings you back to a aisle back here. I'm trying to find a good father for this guy, guys. Trying to find him a dad because I didn't think of that.
Like a decrepit old man.
Well, I'm thinking he's this very. Oh, here we go.
Looks
I got
like
him.
a cross between Santa Claus and something.
No, I want a very beat up looking old man that's had a rough life.
Oh man, and the kid's just living a high life after. He's
Exactly.
damn.
This guy does the work. But yeah, so he's got you kind of in the back. All right, so here's all of our cat supplies. And he did manage to bring you to an aisle that has cat supplies. He has no idea where anything is, so if you want to make a general, like a perception check to try to find it, you're more than welcome. Anything over, let's say, a 12. I'm looking for a 12.
Okay. You said perception? Or
Investigation or perception, whichever.
I'll do the perception.
Did you get it? Oh, there you go. Yeah, dude, you found
23.
catnip, you found treats, you found one of those little things with the feathers on it.
Oh, man.
You also found this cool little. It's like a you found this little metallic looking thing, almost about the size of a bullet. And on the packaging, in the bag, it's got this little piece of paper inside of it. And when you read it, it says, shake for 1 minute, and it'll give you up to 1 minute use. And basically, there's a rock on the tip that's red, and when you shake it for long enough, it kind of powers it up. And when you push the back of it, it's basically a laser pointer.
Very nice.
It's like a hand-shaken charged laser pointer.
I'll
So
take
you find all kinds of little toys
I'll
and
take
things.
that. I'll take the laser pointer and I'll take the catnip. And you said
Alright.
something about drugs.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. I only dabble in, kind of the minor things, just a little smoke and a little drink if you're looking for it.
Like what? What kind of drink?
What are you looking for?
I don't know.
There's the good stuff, moonshine.
Obviously the good stuff.
I mean, I guess the best thing you'd look for is just homemade moonshine. But I mean, there is better flavored stuff. But if you're looking for something to do the work, you're looking for moonshine.
Okay.
I should probably have given that a better name, but we're going with moonshine in this world. But yeah, we've got things like there's rum, there's brandy, we've got good scotch.
Moonshine is brewed under the light of a full moon.
By werewolves.
Exactly. Let's go.
Virgin
The
werewolves.
The last drip of it comes out at the howl of the werewolf at the full moon. It's the best.
By virgin hands, werewolf hands. Pause.
What is this? Is it a cult or a moonshine community?
I will say for that kind of a bottle, it is 1,000 gold. It's kind of pricey for detail like that.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
That's that good stuff.
The
That's
good
that bragging rights.
Mm.
That bragging rights stuff. That's more like a gin.
Oof.
But yeah, he tells you, you can find some like low-end rums, high-end rums, brandies, scotches, and distilled moonshine vodkas.
Did
Any
you
kind
say
of basic stuff.
And you said you also have smoke.
I mean, I can find you the, just normal tobacco, at a fair price. Or if you're looking for a little bit of the herbal smoke too, a little puff past you out, if you know what I mean.
Ah, yes, that stuff. The good.
I can get you some of that. Yeah, I can get you that for 5 silver for. God, I can't believe this is what we're talking about right now. 5 silver for a pack of those. I won't use proper terminology for this.
Ah, yes.
Just because I'm not sure what you can and cannot say for Twitch guidelines, but
Mm.
we'll say a pack of herbal puff past you outs. We'll say for the whole thing, for the the little laser pointer, the food, or you didn't get food, did you? Just get catnip and the other thing?
Yeah, I still have full rations, so
All right. We'll call it 1 gold for everything.
let's do it.
All right, go ahead and mark that out. And I got the dad's token coming here. Where did it go? Really? Oh, it downloaded as a... That's not what I needed it to do. Downloaded as a PNG on accident.
All good.
But a broken PNG.
1 laser pointer, and what was the other one? It was puff pass.
Catnip. Yeah.
Puff pass you
you
out.
out.
That's just what he
Getting
calls it.
stocked up. Getting stocked up.
If
Y'all
he
are about to have
manages
a
to walk out
great-
on his own 2 legs, I'm going to call that a win.
So the catnip, like Hobbs is gonna eat the catnip while I have the puff pass you out and just do the laser pointer stuff. Oh geez.
Oh, Lincoln's definitely gonna reach it. Do you mind?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Roll me just a not a performance. Just give me a straight charisma check. Just roll a charisma.
Oh,
You're not even waiting. You're just doing it straight up in the store.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys are having a good time. You guys are actually kind of like leaned up against one of the things in the back there. There's like bags of snacks. So you guys are kind of just sitting there. Hobbs is eating on some catnip, running around the store like crazy, and
With
you
the
and Lincoln are
laser
munching
point.
down on some fried pork skins.
I like pull out like my pocket watch or whatever, and it's like, I'm pretty sure they should not be gone for this long.
There's a
going
version
on?
of like Afro Man playing
Oh,
this world.
jeez. That's the dad.
Oh god.
All right, so you guys are sitting back there.
Oh no.
Have we smoked out the whole
Oh yeah, it's pretty ripe
Was-
in here.
What is that smell?
As Simon and the dad are coming in the back.
Better.
And actually, my son's starting to be a little bit more responsible. I've actually got him leading the store today there, Simon. As they come around the corner. And the hint and the smell, the smell in the air hits their noses. And, are you kidding me? Oh, we're not on names yet, but this is my father. Father, this is my friend.
I have a mouthful of pork rinds. And I wave. And then I'm just playing with the laser pointer still for the cat.
Roll me a dex save at disadvantage really quick. Simon's about to swing at you.
Oh man, dex save disadvantage. Let's go.
Oh, he swings at you, and for some reason during this time you've got like heightened abilities, like you're watching, and it almost looks like it's under a black light. His hand coming towards you, and you time it just
In
perfectly
slow
between
motion.
yeah,
Full
between
Matrix
stutters.
style. Full Matrix style.
And as you do, Simon just kind of swings and misses, and his hand kind of like smacks the shelf a little bit. I swear to God, Calvin,
You break it, you buy it.
you're on thin ice. I'm telling you this right now. You need to get your ass outside.
But I'm on the floor. There's no ice.
Varian.
Oh,
The
Lord.
dad kind of looks over. Lincoln, take it out back, both of you. And Calvin and Simon kind of push forward. Lincoln looks
not
over. Oh, why did I say Calvin? Simon and the father. It is. Oh, Calvin and Lincoln. Hey, we can go out back.
Sounds good.
Let's go.
Let's go.
As they all go out back. You know what? Screw it. There is a campground out here. Dad's always telling me to grow up. Tells me I gotta get rid of this stuff.
Oh man.
But I mean, sometimes you just want to sit out back and be a kid, you know. Have a tent city.
Sometimes
Jumping.
that is the best city.
Yep. He kind of he lights one more up with you, and he's kind of leaning back against the stool there. And the rest of the travel in, the sun is starting to set, so it is starting to begin to get dark. You know, you got those nice oranges in the sky as you guys are kind of laying back against that wooden log, looking up towards the sky. We'll jump inside. All right then. Who are these two? So this guy kind of walks around to the back. Got to give him a name. The
Lincoln
last name's
Senior?
Lane.
Lincoln.
We could do that. Yeah. No,
That's because he could
Yeah,
have been
we'll
calling him Junior the whole time. Well,
that's true. All right. He kind of looks towards Carter. You're still outside.
Yeah, no, I am leaning on
Okay.
this rail, just relaxing. I'm in no rush to deal with this.
Right. Well, I don't need the both of you anyways. Anyway, Varian, come over if you don't mind. And you kind of come over and you see a ledger in front of you. It is the ledger that was there earlier with the stuff that's being sent and all that kind of stuff. You find out that it's being sold. I gotta come up with my conversions. This is blue and red, right?
Correct.
Did I say how much in weight it was or no?
Nope.
I don't believe so.
No, we just found out that the crates had it. We didn't find
Yeah.
out how much.
yeah, we didn't know how many crates as players, but everything matched the manifest that you gave us, so...
All right, I have to do some math here really quick.
Yeah.
Where's my calculator? Oh wait, I can do it in here, can't I? Okay, I think I did that right. No, I didn't do that right.
What are you trying to do?
I gotta multiply that. I gotta multiply.
Yeah, you were
120 by
dividing.
16.
Yeah, you were dividing. So that would be the little star thing. So, there you go.
Okay, so that's that. Um, all right. So basically, you're seeing the math of all of this, and this is the amount of gold that's being transferred right now. He looks over to you. Varian, I basically just need a witness that the money was transferred and the goods were transferred. If you don't mind.
Certainly.
And it's just a signature basically saying you saw it. You're not really tied to anything, but this kind of gives you a importance of what the value of all that was.
Let's sign it real quick.
So to be clear, that's 96,000 gold.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
It's a lot more than I thought we were transporting.
That's a life changing right there.
Simon kind of looks over. Right. It's probably best we didn't know the details beforehand. He looks over. All right, well, deal's done. We'll be in again probably next week sometime. Different people like always. You should probably leave your son at home next time. And he kind of looks over. It looks like to me you should probably leave one of yours at home.
He's not wrong.
Anyway. With this too, Simon's kind of looking around. Right, notice the city's been empty. You know, it's usually pretty busy. What's been going on? And Lincoln looks around. Well, I'm kind of having a town meeting right now. There's just been some weird things happening around the city. Some kids disappearing. Out the beds at night. And let's just say people are a little on edge and not really going out too much.
Weird things?
Say again?
What kind of weird things?
Well, I don't really know if y'all have noticed, but there's been some webbing in the trees, kind of encroaching in on the cities, and we've had probably about 6 children go missing in the past 2 weeks. In the middle of the night. Parents waking up, reporting them missing, and you know us, as he looks over to Simon. We investigate missing children very, very extendedly here. Even the Bloodblight crew don't take too kindly to abducting children. Everyone gets involved. And 6 down, no clues. So for the most part, everyone's kind of over at the church right now. There was a child taken last night. Kind of investigating that.
Might be something worth looking into.
Simon kind of looks at you. Well, you have a couple of days here. Like I said, you can, oh, we've got those 2 still. Carter.
Hearing my
Kinda
name,
hollers
I'll
out.
wake up from my little stupor and step through the doors.
You can just drag it through. You don't have to do the whole thing in Majiggy. Right. Well, we got 2 options. Well, for one, you guys have 2 prisoners still in the back. You can let them go here. And he kind of looks around. I know Calvin kind of wants them arrested. And I get the feeling you 2 don't.
I'll leave that one up to Carter.
Couldn't care less what happens to them. If they prove useful, then perhaps. But as it currently stands, they have broken the law. And they shouldn't get out of this scot-free.
Simon kind of looks to Lincoln. The crew's hitting the King's transports again. Oh, so you've got a couple of them, do you? Well, if you let them go here, they're just going to hit it again. If you take them back, well, they're going to be hung. And if you let them go anywhere else, they're just going to find their way back anyways. They honestly do good for the city. They do help, like I just said.
They are
And honestly,
actively sabotaging your trade routes, though.
he kind of looks to Simon. Well, as long as there's people like you on it, shouldn't be an issue. Should there be, Simon? Simon just kind of looks at him. I left those days behind me long ago. You know, I turned a new leaf. I don't hit them anymore. I protect them now, Lincoln. Well then, Carter. It's up to you. I can leave him here. I suggest you do it not under Calvin's nose, though. He looks back over towards Lincoln. You got any rooms for the evening? And he just kind of looks. Got a few, I figure. If they need them, I guess. It's up to y'all. You can explore the city or go ahead and take rooms here. And I'm getting the map ready to show them.
Would
I think,
you guys rather stay here or?
Probably should go to that town meeting at least.
Yeah,
That'd
see
be
what
smart.
it's all about, right?
The other thing is I would like to have a word with our prisoners. See if I can get their assistance with dealing whatever problems the city has before I decide whether or not they get to just get away with their crimes.
Alright, give me just a sec. Would y'all prefer it be left to right with the maps or top bottom?
What do you mean?
If you scroll out right now,
Left
I've
to
got
right
the
is
upper floor,
fine.
lower floor. So I can do it that way, or
This works.
let me just show you the other way. Just
Oh
in
shoot,
case,
there's even
because-
more. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, he just put it up.
Or that way.
You know what? Top and bottom would be probably great because I keep on thinking it's like another building myself. Don't really pay attention to that.
You want to? It's up to everyone. So that's one
I like
for
this.
top bottom, one for left. You like top
Either
bottom?
way is fine.
All right,
Yep.
we'll do this. All right, so he'll take you guys upstairs. Give me just a sec to get away that right side.
Is Calvin still outside with Lincoln Jr.?
Oh yeah, we can jump out there.
I'm just curious if that's still a thing.
There's two communal rooms. The one to the left is for guys. The one to the right is for girls. It's all shared rooms, so if other people do end up staying here, they'd be staying in here too. But he'd kind of show you the rooms. Right, it's only a silver a night, so, and that'll include breakfast in the morning.
Not bad.
All right. Go back to here, and we'll jump down to you two. As the sun is starting to set even more, the sky is getting into a kind of a purple at this point. It's
Which
like,
two are we
I don't
jumping to?
know. Calvin and Lincoln Jr. It's like there could be people up there looking back down at us at any point.
I know, right? Wow.
Calvin or Hobbs is just sitting there. And Lincoln looks. Yeah, exactly.
So, do you really want to be running a store? That what you want to be doing in life?
I tell you what, as he's taking another hit, if this stuff were just to be legalized, I'd like to settle down and open up a shop somewhere and Just sell the nature's lettuce. Have my own shop, so I mean, I guess in a way, I'd like to be a store owner, but general goods and black market trading, it's not my thing.
Black market trading?
Well, these crystals, or all minerals, whatever it is, I've never seen it here before, and all of a sudden it's coming in, it's going out, it's coming in, it's going out. I don't know. Dad's always a nervous wreck at home and always stressed now. I need you to run the store. I have to go do this. I have to go do this. I don't want to do this job. I want to travel. But I don't know. Money's money, I guess.
I know the feeling, however, I was kind of forced into travel myself. See, I've been...
but at least you have the choice.
Do I, though? I've been doing it for so long that it just feels natural, you know? I've got to see a good amount of the world, but at what cost?
I just mean you got to choose your well...
Not really.
I
was the youngest of the family, and I was kind of sold to the Navy when I was young.
So you were a trade child.
Yeah. Run to the litter and all that.
Sorry to hear that. I know I speak of higher standards usually, but I do actually feel bad for the lower class. But, I don't know. Money changes you.
Certainly did for the family.
Yeah. So your family turned to wealth too, or?
Unsure. I've never really kept in contact with them. For all I know, they probably died in the war.
So you're all travelers then?
Yeah, we've traveled all over the place. We, do mission here, arrest this person there, normal day-to-day life.
So you don't do, like, kidnappings, then?
No, I don't think so. Technically, no. It's sanctioned by the king, so... no?
What if someone were to, and he kind of jiggles a bag, what if someone was to pay you enough to kidnap them?
How much?
We'll jump back inside.
Alright.
Right, Simon looks over. Well, he looks to Carter. The church we passed right on the way in, you saw that was on the... And actually, I'm going to jump back to the town map real quick.
Yep.
I will drag you all to... right here.
Thank you.
That will be the... It is called the Church of the People. Remember, you're living in a time where they're trying to be post-magic. Yes, it's still around. Yes, there are still deities and gods. However, this is one of the few newer cities that are starting the Church of the People. They believe that the people should be able to defend themselves, take care of themselves, and that is the Church of the People of Briarstone.
I don't think... do we have a Map Legends handout?
No, I'm about to give you one. I gotta find the thingy here. Alright, that should be there. You can start putting numbers and notes in it there if you want to, Drake, and I'm gonna find the picture while we continue what we're talking about.
I do not have...
It's at the top. I gotta drag it down to...
Okay, found it.
I'll put it into Legends now. But anyway. Back to the broken compass. Bring you all back up here. So Simon looks at you. Right, so Church of the People's that one I showed you on the right when we were coming in. You're, like I said, more than welcome to go over there if you'd like to. Lincoln,
sorry,
I won't...
I'm getting a call. I have to take this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
We can do a bio real quick if we need to.
Absolutely. I'll
That
you all
works.
soon. For sure. And we are back. So we did some miscalculations when we were figuring out the crate weight, and it actually is 288,000 gold. So, DM, take it away.
Yep. All right. So we're back. Also, you wouldn't have seen like a transfer of this amount of gold. This is all being put on the slip, like he has to go collect this, just so you guys know that's not like, oh, here's your treasure chest. So that's what this whole paperwork thing is, and that's kind of why you're doing the overseeing and kind of saying like, yeah, I witnessed this, yes, this was transferred, and so forth.
Gotcha.
But yeah, he, all right, well, I'm not going to be staying the evening here. You all have your rooms there. I'm probably going to head back with Bella, and it's up to you all. I don't think it's necessary, but I can leave a guard or two here if you'd like. They'd come back in the morning, though.
Probably not necessary.
All right. Keep an eye on Calvin, too. This town's known to, not corrupt, but bring out the worst in people. There's gambling and drinking and people firing guns off in the street.
Calvin's evening routine, then.
Pretty much. And just
Honestly,
know that
I'm more worried about the town than Calvin.
Yeah, just know there's bandits on the street, things like that. There are thieves guilds and things like that. Olympia doesn't have its hand everywhere. And...
Luckily, I believe we've got a couple of guides.
That is true. I just got a random text message. One sec, guys.
Yep.
Varian, I suggest we have a word with our prisoners. See if we can get them on board with our current strew of issues. Have them show us about the city and see if we can gather any information about these missing children. If we can have them work with us rather than against us, they may be invaluable in not only solving our current mystery, but also detaining our targets.
I agree.
Alright, sorry. Business. What were y'all just saying? Sorry.
I think we're planning to see if we can get the bandits on our side, like our two prisoners, have them show us around the city, maybe help out in finding the missing children, and if we can trust them enough, maybe they can help us capture our current targets.
All right. I will say they're not going to take you to their hideout.
Of course not. No.
But what would you be looking for them to show you?
Probably any information they have on the missing children, because it sounds like that's the kind of thing they're already looking into. Maybe the church, any additional information, like where the children have gone missing. Whatever information they're willing to give us that we don't have to force out of them, just so we can kind of put ourselves on roughly the same page.
All right. With that, Simon will look at you then with that. Right, well, they're both still outside in the cart. The guards are out there, Calvin and all them. You're more than welcome to speak with them if you'd like to. Yeah, we can do that. What about you, Varian? Any questions for me before I head out?
I think we're good.
All right. He kind of looks over towards... yeah, it's no problem. Looks over towards Lincoln. Any food bills they inquire while staying here, put it on my tab there, Lincoln, and I'll pay you next time we come through. Food bills. And he looks over towards all the goods and stuff. Not guns and whatever else you fancy. Just walks on. I will drag him outside. Yeah, you don't have to like click drop your stuff if you're walking out. Just so y'all know, you can just put it where you're going.
All right.
Yeah, and as you guys are kind of coming outside, whoever is coming outside, you'll see that there's like a light. It's a light breeze. It's kind of chill, starting to come through. You look up. The moon is overhead, and it's predominantly the only light source at this point. It's starting to get pretty dark. You see candles, lanterns, kind of heading down the street through the alley. You get the impression it's kind of heading towards the church because that is kind of the area that it was going. As Simon comes out, he puts a hand on your shoulder there, Calvin. You enjoying yourself?
Absolutely. This is actually not that bad of a town.
Right. Try to keep your head on straight, alright? If this is going to help you to not be so wild, I mean, can't say that I'm upset by it.
But I'm not wild.
Right. The other two boys here have been kind of filled in. They'll give you the gist of anything else. I'm about to head out myself, and he looks over towards you all. Please take care of each other. You have the stone. You can send to me tomorrow again if you need be. Hopefully, you won't need me before then. He gives a light chuckle. I'm going to go load up the one carriage. Yeah, go ahead.
One hair-raising adventure a day is probably enough.
We can only hope. Just try to keep y'all's noses clean. I'm going to head back in the first carriage with Bella. When y'all are done with the prisoners, send the other guards on their way then. Good evening to you all. Calvin, keep your head straight, please. Junior, I'm sure your father wouldn't mind talking to you. He can wait. Junior kind of looks around at you all.
Wherever the prisoners
the carriage.
are. Yeah. I'm in no rush
will say
to
that
hear what they're chatting about.
It kind of be... Oh, yeah, you're already yeah, okay, you knew it's over there. I think there's a doorway right here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just duck to wherever they've got the cart. These prisoners.
So he kind of looks at you. Well, I mean, it depends on where you're going. The farther away you can get me, the more purse I've got to give, I guess.
Well, to be honest, there is a cart. You stow away in it, no one's gonna see you.
Well, where is the cart headed after? Like, where is your intentions? Where you're going?
No clue. They don't really tell me about anything.
Right.
However,
well,
is there
maybe...
a bar around here?
Surprisingly, there's a few bars around town.
Lovely. Bar hopping. We'll find out who has the best drinks.
Are we gonna discuss departure? Look, if you can get me to the southern continent, I've got 1,000 gold in it for you.
You don't want to go to the southern continent. Trust me.
He just kind of looks. Why?
Trust me.
The revolution starts there.
You don't want to go there.
Well, someday I hope to get there. There's a shop there. There's a town. It's called Caravan, and it's beautiful. There's horse races on sand. There's
is there betting
gambling
on the horse
tracks,
races?
Casinos. Oh, you have no idea.
Hmm.
The amount
Maybe
of
it's a little bit better
than
than last time I've been there.
It's amazing. There's a horse track, like I said. There's casinos. There's the docks like we've got here, but a lot larger because they're bringing in not only from the north but from the east and the west. All sorts of races and manners of people. And he kind of looks you up and down. You know how when you go to the store and you buy a potion, I mean, you're basically getting the king's brew potion. It's his people's potion. Oh, the things that they have in the southern continent, potions that make you fall in love, potions that actually have flavors like cherry and grape, not just whatever the hell ginger roots and chamomile is. But they also have like potions where you can talk to the dead and magics, beautiful magics, not just destructive magics, but all kinds of things, duplicating oneself, and I yearn for more, I guess.
The problem with down there was the last time I was over there was during the war. And I was tasked with, invading. Mainly bringing cannons and cannonballs and gunpowder to the other people. But nevertheless, I was part of the war effort. So we didn't really get to see a lot of this stuff.
So you didn't actually get to meet the people that you were killing?
No. This is correct.
No, maybe sometime you should head back down there and maybe meet some of the people that you, that were left behind.
Maybe. But the problem is, being under the king's services, you kind of go where you're told. There's not really a vacation day. So, what I choose, I try and fill it up with either drink or other things.
Doesn't sound like much of a life if you have to drink it away because you're unhappy.
It's better
You should
than
think
being
about
poor.
maybe...
Mhm.
Well, there's money to be made in more ways than by the king's hand.
Unfortunately, this is the life I was dealt.
And we're going to jump. Varian and Carter, you guys kind of walk in. There's a couple guards in there. There's 2 of the ranged guards, 2 just normal ones. They're all kind of sitting there. Simon walks by and kind of gives them a heads up, All right, as soon as you all are done, you're more than welcome to head back yourselves. He looks
As
to you
soon
guys.
as he turns his back, starts walking out, I'll immediately turn to the guards and thank them for their service and just, free to go whenever you wish.
All right. They kind of walk the way around and start bringing them down, the prisoners down from the back of the carriage. Do you want them in one of the stalls, maybe?
No, it's quite all right.
All right. And they hand you one of the keys. It's just a normal key. Should fit all the shackles.
Yep.
And he kind of climbs on. You see Simon across the way kind of sees this happening and just kind of gives you a nod. As the carriages start making their way on out the doors, and you're left alone there with the 2 prisoners.
Yeah, I assume they're manacled or whatever, so I'll just unlock their shackles. We could use your assistance. I'm sure you've heard of the current issues plaguing this town.
They kind of look at each other, and the one that had the higher intelligence earlier just kind of looks. Right. What kind of trickery is this?
I've never really been very good at tricks. I'm sure at least one of you noticed that. I heard from the shopkeeper, shall we call them, that a few children have been going missing. Family means quite a lot to me personally. I'd be damned before if I just let this go unnoticed. I heard you and your group were already looking into this, and we could use whatever assistance you have in making our way through the town and in our own investigation of the matters.
Well, if we're being honest, we're not really part of that group. I mean, we are.
But you know who does have information, correct?
They kind of look at each other. We do, but I mean, can't really give out names, you have to understand.
Of course not. If you could arrange a meeting, then that would be much appreciated.
He kind of looks towards the other one. Tell you what. He begins thinking. Yeah, but I think what I want to do with this. Give me a second here. All right. He looks to the one that's more beat up. Can he go?
Absolutely. I'd appreciate it if one of you stay here, of course. Simply ensures that someone will be back, like you said. But your friend could definitely use some attention. If he heads back, gets whatever treatment he needs, and sends someone for a meeting, that's all I need.
He looks to him. Head back to headquarters. Just get yourself treated up. If they ask about me, I'll be back shortly. Let her know that I'll fill them in when I get there. And the other one just kind of looks. Yeah, all right. And starts backing away slowly. As he heads on, the other one looks at you. Reaches out his hand. The name's Terrence. Terrence Moore.
Dr. Damon. It's a pleasure to finally have introductions.
Pleasure. He looks towards the other one. Towards you there, Varian.
Varian Graves.
Well, I'm trying to get a portrait and stuff while I'm doing that. I can't tell you too much about the recent disappearances. Sadly, your guess is about as good as mine. As you might have guessed by now, we have sections, we call them. And
Makes sense.
sort of like you all have, you have your god, you have your knights, you have your mages, whatever it is you have. Well, we have a hit crew, we have a scout crew, we have different sections, we call them. Well, I'm on the hit section, as we call it. But we do hear mumbles of the things that are kind of going on, and we don't 100% know, but we feel it has something to do. I don't know if you've all seen the webs in the trees.
Can't say I've fully noticed it. I did pick up there was something strange going on, but that was considerably further north than here.
You would have noticed on the trails that it did follow.
Okay. So it's just the whole way along.
Yeah. And I'm getting a portrait of this guy.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of looks around. Do you mind if I take a seat? You did beat the hell out of us earlier.
Of course.
He goes and sits down here on this little cart here. Do you mind if I smoke? Pulls out a cigarette.
I feel like at this point, everyone except Varian and I are due for a smoke. That
I'll
isn't
tell
to
you
say
what
you
I
can't
know.
have one, Varian.
I'll pass.
I figured.
Right. Well, mine aren't anything like what they're having out there, but anyways, what do you know about spiders? Have you ever? He looks at you both. Well, you don't look much like travelers, if I'm being honest. Have either of you ever encountered any large arachnids in your... He's looking at you, Carter, kind of wearing your very nice colonial clothing and Varian in your shiny armor. Have you come across anything like that?
Once or
Not
twice.
Spiders. Not a
Well,
few rather bizarre, more magical creatures, but not spiders.
Right. Well, in our travels, planning our hits, we tend to stick to the woods, and we've witnessed the encroachment of the webs coming from the east, coming from the west towards the swamps, or sorry, from the east towards the swamps, and from the west towards Windtorm, I think it is. And anyways, we do our research. We go to libraries, but we obviously started looking up spiders first, and it's very fey in its nature and origin, it seems. I just can't imagine a normal-sized spider doing something like this in just a few days' time. If I had to guess, and he's taken a large drag, the disappearance has started about 6 days ago. And it's about the time that we started noticing the encroachment of the webbing, too. So you can only assume that those two are together.
You see Carter is taking note of everything that's being said. Is there any rhyme or reason to these disappearances? Consistently towards the outer edge of the city? Particular children, richer families?
Well, you've got to think, I mean, even large arachnids, not really, if I had to guess, they're not going to hunt a fully grown human when there's something easier to pick, if that makes sense.
Perhaps. But we do
kind of
not
giving you the
know.
hint that, but I get the feeling that they're being hunted for nutrition. I can't imagine it being just a random grabbing. And it's not like the kids have been coming back. But as far as where they're coming from, that we don't know. While we're doing the things that we're doing, we keep our eyes open. We haven't really found anything in the woods or from the cities next to us, so to be honest, we don't know where it's coming from. So as far as what it is, can't 100% say. As far as where it's coming from, I definitely can't tell you.
I appreciate what assistance you have been able to give us.
That's the best I've got.
I would like a word with whoever is leading your group's investigation. However, that can wait for the time. I believe there's a church meeting going on, correct?
Well, he kind of looks at you a little bit, up and down. If you're going to the meeting, I can almost assure you the person heading up our little thing will probably be there. Just keep your eyes out for someone who doesn't, well, I'd say look like they belong, but I guess that's half the people here in this city. Just keep your eyes peeled. Maybe you'll catch wind.
Sure you're not willing to give us an introduction?
Tell you what. I can't make any promises. I said his name was Lance Moore?
Nope. Terrence Moore, sorry.
Terrence Moore. Got it. Let's totally rip that name off from Whitest Kids, you know. Anyway.
Oh, no, it sounds completely unique to me.
Yeah. So he, are you going to be staying here at the, I forget the name of this place already. The, Broken Compass?
And I'll glance to Varian, but unless he objects.
I believe so.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll reach out to him this evening. Before I find my own compadres, and how we like to communicate is, if we're willing to meet, we'll leave you a letter. So just look for a letter tomorrow on your door or something. Trust me, we'll find you.
Very well. Appreciate doing business. Varen, you have any further questions?
Nope. Nope.
Then I suppose you're free to go.
I appreciate the hospitality, and you might want to look a little less official in this city. People might get the wrong impression.
Mm-hmm.
You noticed your friend Simon left pretty quickly. They don't like to stay around here too long.
I'll keep that in mind.
Right, and he starts making his way on out. We'll jump back to
And with
Calvin
that, I
here.
will also begin to leave. If there's something that happens before I do, then, of course.
No, you guys would just, depending on which way you're going, you'll either be walking back out to them discussing their discussion, or if you're going around the other way. Up to you.
I'd probably come through here.
All right.
If Calvin's deep in a conversation, then I won't disturb him. Otherwise, I will approach.
I promise their conversation's not deep. I mean, it's deep, but...
It's not deep. It's, yeah.
They're being pretty aloof with the... Well, at least Junior is, that he just got the nickname Junior. He's just being very aloof with the way he's talking. Basically, he's talking to Calvin about kidnapping him. I guess that wouldn't be being talked out loudly. As you guys are kind of coming out, he would look towards Calvin. Well, like I said, 1,000 gold if you can get me to the southern continent.
Sold.
We'll discuss. We'll discuss distances as he looks over. Ah, hello, guys.
Evening. You two enjoying yourselves?
Varian, you need to try this. And he holds up the smoke.
Little puff pass out, never hurt no bun.
I think you got that one, Calvin.
Do it. It's an order.
Oh,
You can't boss me around.
Yeah, with that, Junior was gonna look. Oh, you can make them do things. Is he your boss?
Oh
Ish.
no, he is not.
Which one of you is the boss?
Anyone is the
am.
boss, it's probably Carter.
We're all the same rank, part of the same contingent.
Junior leans over to Calvin. Oh, he's very official.
Very.
All right. He stands up, looks around, and kind of does like a Peter Pan walk. You know how Peter Pan like kicks his feet as he walks, you know?
Yep.
And he does like this walk. I've just, he looks to Calvin. Are they trusting-worthy? Can we discuss?
Ish.
Should we keep it between us for the time being?
At the moment.
Are they saying this out loud in front of us?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. I mean, never mind. Are y'all going to the meeting? I'll probably be heading that way myself. I can take you guys that way. I heard you guys discussing the church meeting. And as you guys are standing there, like I said before, kind of out in front as you're looking, Carter, as you're kind of looking to the north. There are people that are walking down the streets now with like lanterns and things like that. The sun's almost completely set, heading that way. So even without these guys, you can find your way there if you'd like to. So it's up to y'all.
Is
I believe we are
alcohol
planning
allowed?
to-
Alcohol at the
Based on
Church of the
business.
People. Oh no, we allow drinking. Well, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. I'm not part of that we. That's a different we. They allow drinking, but it's just not in campus, I guess you'd call it. In the church.
But what if you say it's part of your religion?
Well, you're walking into a Church of the People. That's not part of their religion.
But I am people.
Oh my gosh, you're getting philosophical again. I mean, it's worth a shot, right? He looks towards you
Absolutely.
two. I mean, one can make the suggestion if it's the Church of the People and we are the people, we make the rules, right, Carter?
I don't think I should be a part of this conversation. You two are clearly far beyond my current comprehension.
He kind of leans over to you, Calvin. All right, I've got them on the ropes. They have no idea what we're doing now.
Absolutely none.
Right. He hands you over a little flask. It's up to you whether you want to know what's in it or not.
No.
He hands you a flask. Okay.
Calvin trusts this man with his life.
Have a little snoot to that. I'll go talk to your friends.
I take a big old swig.
At your second swig, I'll need a con save. It's pretty strong. Lincoln walks up. All right. So, if we're heading to the meeting, we'll just get them sauced beforehand. It might be more fun that way. Are you all going to be here to help us in the situation?
Honestly, the number of situations is getting out of control. Which one are you referring to?
Oh no. Calvin and I were just discussing philosophy and the moon. The children's situation.
Yes, that is our current priority.
It's strange. Very peculiar. I'm more than welcome to take you that way if you'd like, or he kind of looks down the street and just follow it looks like they're headed that way. Like I said, I'm not really a Church of the People member. They kind of give me the creeps, kind of culty.
Brilliant.
So, I will be on my way. He looks to Calvin as he walks back and kind of reaches for his flask there. Stop by. We'll have another smoke this evening and another drink if you're up to it.
Absolutely.
Finish off our discussion. He looks back towards the other group again.
It's been pretty much
Private.
discussed.
Right. Well, you all have a very good evening.
You too.
Got business to attend to. As he walks into the outhouse. All right.
All right, Calvin.
Kind of leaving you all alone for the first time. Have some free discussion for a second. I'm gonna sip some coffee and listen in.
Right.
I'm gonna pat my cat. I'm gonna pat Hobbs and walk over. Kind of looking like an evil genius.
Had some fun.
Absolutely. It was very informative.
Excellent. I don't think I want to know what you actually talked about. I assume if it's important, you'll bring it up with me at some point. Or you won't, and I will find out another way. But you'll be
It's all
pleased
good
to know,
overall.
I'm glad to hear it. You'll be pleased to know that Baron and I have some, at the very least, starting points for investigating these missing children.
Fantastic.
I believe we will gain further information at the Church of the People. There could be a contact there that we may be able to meet up with.
Well, why are we standing around? Let's go.
All
We're not
right,
waiting
I
for
thought that would take more persuasion.
Let's go
Is
then.
it
Explain to me what he looks like on the way.
We
out
don't
of place,
know.
but not as out of place as the other people who look out of place?
Got it.
By the way, for the next hour or so, all of your deception checks are at disadvantage, Calvin. And
Fantastic.
and performances. Just letting you know.
There's no hiding.
We'll head over. No, you're good.
No.
All right, we're gonna head over here. Let me pull this. Should be good. All right. So as you guys are kind of walking down the streets, you don't have a carriage or anything. It's probably about like a 10-15 minute walk. The air has been getting kind of cold. Snow is actually starting to pick up a little bit. You see people are kind of bundled up in like nice furs, things like that. People are kind of in their evening wear. They're evening coats, and some people look kind of fancy. Then there's other people that look like they're wearing like bomber jackets, sort of trench coats and stuff. There's a nice mix of wealth, lower class. Someone might look like a thief, and then the next person looks like the richest
Their
man
target.
you've seen, you know? Yeah, like, it's just a nice assortment of people, and it just kind of looks like just a lot of people coexisting with the church
Nice.
of the people, you know? It's just a nice following of people as you're kind of walking around. You guys can give me like a perception check, a general one, for kind of like what you're hearing people talking about, kind of the general murmur of what people are saying. If you want, if you're just incognizant and don't care, you don't have to.
I'll try a little bit of looking around, see what we can see.
All right. All right.
14.
So 14 to, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, kind of the same thing. You kind of hear the city folk kind of mentioning the same thing. Something to do with spiders. You catch little glimpses and words of the fae, magical creatures, and people saying, "Oh, I thought the war was over." Kind of people kind of scared, thinking maybe this is some kind of an attack. They're not really 100% sure what's happening, because it's been so long since, well, not so long, it's been like a month now since I think I said the war ended. So it's been a while since they've seen magical creatures and things like that. So seeing something odd like this, it's kind of got a lot of the people in the town kind of spooked. But yeah, that's kind of the general consensus of murmurs that you hear. You hear a few people here and there saying things like, "Well, I know exactly where to find it. Well, I know exactly what's doing it." You know, people talking themselves up like they are,
Every
you know, like they've got the inside
And
scoop.
then they
But for the most
immediately
part,
try to accuse a different group of people.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you were to ask them, they would say things like, "Oh, I'm keeping that to myself. The reward's mine." You know, people like that.
Or point the blame at a group of people they don't like.
Exactly. But yeah, you guys are kind of walking up. You come to a nice tall church. It's got a nice iron fence out in the front. It's got like the iron spikes, you know, that kind of line the top. There is a cemetery on the one side.
Gothic style.
Mm-hmm. There's a cemetery on the one side, as well as it's a tomb, I do believe, right? Is that what that's called? The vault thing, I can't remember what their
mausoleum?
Mausoleum, something. Yeah, they have one of those as well. And kind of to the right, you can tell it used to be a garden, or it is a garden, but it's snowed over right now, so it's not really flourishing, or not flourishing. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, flourishing. It doesn't. It's not vibrant. It's a very dull, dreary look right now. You guys kind of get to the front. There's a lady standing in the doorway as you're getting there, and she's kind of handing out pieces of paper as she sees you all. Well, new faces. I'm Priestess Carowin of the Church for the People. Will you all be attending tonight's sigil service?
Absolutely.
That is the plan.
Yes.
She kind of holds the paper up. Three, or are you all together?
Technically
Sure.
4. Does my cat count?
I will take a pamphlet or whatever from her.
Please, and find your way in. There's plenty of seats available. If there aren't any, feel free to stand at the back if you'd like to. She kind of lets you all
Appreciate it.
Is there
Make
name
your way
tags or
in.
anything that we need?
Are there what? Sorry.
Name tags.
Like
stick
no,
on
nothing
name
like
tags.
that. Not
Like hello,
no,
my
there's
name
nothing
is.
formal like that.
Oh.
We reserve those for Sundays. This is more of an informal thing.
Could I have one though?
We have those for
Actually 2.
She kind of walks over to a drawer and pulls out a little piece of paper and kind of like a safety pin, one of those sharp pins, you know, olden times, because they didn't have tape and stuff back then. And she writes down on there, "My name is," and some nice ink. There's a quill there. Just fill it out and you can put this on. And she looks to the rest of you. Feel free. I do apologize. And please be hasty. There's more people coming in behind.
I will step in.
Just kind of drop your tokens wherever you'd like to.
I will also
And-
take off my hat.
All right, Calvin, you'd kind of be there doing your thing for the
I'm gonna
time
stand
being.
right in the middle of the doorway, and I'm gonna be filling it out. One's gonna be one's gonna be Hobbs, where I'm gonna have it attached to his little what's it called? Necklace.
Collar.
Yes. Word.
But sir, you're standing right in front of the door, and there's more people trying to. You really
It'll
need to.
only be a minute. Don't worry. Trust me.
You need to just.
Only
She's like
a
looking.
minute.
She's looking to Carter, like begging eyes. But I mean,
no, Carter's already like walked through, is trying to read the pamphlet, and is like looking around the room, looking for his potential contact. He has already forgotten about what's going on behind him.
Don't worry, miss. Only a minute. I think I broke a quill.
Oh, jeez. From the back, you see there's another lady kind of looking around the corner. Sees there's kind of like a jumble, or not a jumble, like a traffic jam happening at the front. And she makes her way in kind of hastily.
I may or may not be trying to do this to buy Carter and Varian a little bit of time to find their contact.
Hmm.
I will signal Varian to kind of scout out the right side of the room while I head to the left.
All right. As this person's walking up, she's just kind of like looking around, not really keeping eyes. She's more focused on what's happening at the front. You guys can make investigation or perception at advantage if you'd like to, and kind of tell me what you're looking for.
All right. Make a perception. Okay, that's a 14.
14.
So I guess the way we were just...
Let's go! Nice nat 20.
I guess the best thing that we were described is that they looked out of place, but lots of people looked out of place. So we're looking for someone who probably has a certain degree of authority because of their part of this group.
Right.
Other than that, I doubt there's going to be many physical characteristics we can look for. It'll be more of an attitude thing.
I will say this, not everyone's in yet because the door is being blocked.
Yes.
With who's in here now, I'm going to say you're at about half capacity with a 14. There's a few people that are kind of keeping an eye on the door right now that you'd kind of think are, they're being a little cautious. Like, they're very concerned of why the door is being blocked, you know, whereas most people in this situation just wouldn't care. They're just keeping their eyes forward. There's 2 or 3 people that are kind of keeping an eye on the door that are kind of shifty.
So we'll kind of narrow it down to those 3. But
yeah, Varian with a 20. Yeah, you're looking around. They kind of look nervous. Carter kind of like pointed out these 3 people, and you went around and got like a better look at them. You don't really get any vibes that these are the people you're looking for. One of them's kind of an older gentleman, possibly too old to be running that kind of thing. And the other 2 just don't really fit the part. They're more well-dressed. So you get the impression that they're not here yet, or they're just that they're hiding it really well. But yeah, you get the feeling they're not here yet.
All right.
And with that perception too, just looking around the church, you don't feel this is a cult. However, a lot of the town believes it to be very culty.
Okay.
But there is a good bit of people here.
I guess.
Assuming Varian somehow, assuming Varian signals to me, like shakes his head, I will step back, look somewhat nonchalant, just like I'm waiting for things to begin, and just wait and see if either of us can spot whoever comes in.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch Calvin's attention and just like shake my head and letting him know that they're not in yet.
All right, as you guys are like trying to get his attention, the other lady's coming up. All right, what's the problem, and can we move this along, please?
I broke a quill.
Right. Well, you can get another quill
It's getting
later.
everywhere. So much ink.
She kind of waves a hand across as you watch the ink just kind of disappear.
Oh, I was gonna wave the quill all over the place, like, and have ink splashing everywhere.
Yeah, she's just prestidigitationing it away as prestidigitation as it kind of wafts away. She looks at you. All right, it's clean now. You're more than welcome to come back and do this later, but we've got to get people inside. We're on a tight time crunch here. Night's about to fall,
I am here for
and...
your thing.
Well, then
and I was trying to fill up my name tag, and everything was just going wrong. It was just so horrible, and Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry for the mess. It was my fault.
Make a
However,
deception check at disadvantage. She kind of looks at you, gives you a sniff. So, I can already tell what you've had. You can either come in and sit down, and we'll ignore it, or we can turn this into a problem and we can call some guards.
question is, what have I had? Because I don't even know.
I'll just drop a name because you smell like Junior.
But I haven't had Junior.
She starts looking around. Are you guys watching this, or are you trying to like whistle into the wind?
Well, once
I'm
she started talking to him, I just I turned around and pretended like I don't know this dude.
All right.
I don't think I've noticed what's happening still. I'm still trying to figure out, okay, if it's not those three, then who is it?
But
She looks
I'm
to
happy
you.
to take a seat.
It's greatly appreciated. Thank you. And she
Can you
goes
show
out
me
of the
what
way.
seat is the best seat?
Make a persuasion check. I won't disadvantage this.
Persuasion. 14.
14. Let me double check one thing really quick, because this has an upper floor 2. Don't think it has upper floor seating.
I would assume.
So let me
Maybe.
double check. No, there's no upper floor seating. I didn't upload the other portion of it yet. Well, she'll look at you. Are you harder or not so hard of hearing? Because personally, I like to just stand at the back because I can leave once the good bits are out and get out before the crowd. But if you're hard of hearing, there are a
you
few
like to
seats in
leave
the front.
early.
I'm a very busy
How
woman.
about how about I stand with you?
I won't be standing at the back. I'm only up
Well, you
here
just
because
said you were standing.
when I am in attendance, but I'm working today.
Oh, what are you doing?
You kind of see her standing there, looking up and down. She's wearing some armor, almost kind of like Calvin's. I don't know. I'll
Like
send it to you
mine?
guys in Discord.
Or variants.
Or not Calvin, sorry, Varians. She's got on some decent heavy armor. Where is she in my thingy? I wish I could show you guys someone without like showing you their skills.
It's fine. I will immediately forget them.
All right, hold up. We're in Briarstone.
So she's wearing medium armor, kind of plate-ish, or chainmail or something on it. Okay.
Did that just go to y'all?
Yeah,
Yep.
the picture did.
So it's
There
fairly
you go.
heavy.
Yeah, and you see she's carrying like a there's a mace on her
mace.
hip. She's wearing some heavier plate style armor, and you've already seen her use the prestidigitation. So yeah, you get a little feeling that she's got some innate spell casting as well, things like that.
Kind of cleric-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she looks at you all. So I'm not going to be standing at the back, but she looks at you. If you're going to be hanging out with Junior later, I'm not impartial to stopping by.
Well, you're more than welcome. There's always an extra seat.
Sorry, I don't.
You all... She just gives a wink to Calvin. Maybe later then. It'll be starting soon. All right.
He does a sly wave goodbye.
I'm just gonna look at Barry and it just kind of wince.
Yeah.
I'm hearing Discord messages. I'm just double checking if y'all are sending them or not.
Nope.
Okay. Because we're talking, I'm like, crap, am I saying something and someone's trying to stop me?
Nope.
All right. But yeah, she'd make her way towards the back again. Actually, she'd probably make her way to the front. No, she wouldn't.
I don't know which is the
Carowin
front
would.
and which is the back, so...
This is like the back of the front where Carowin is, and Destiny's in
Okay.
the back. So Carowin kind of comes up to the front.
Oh, the
Alright,
back as
if
in
everyone-
not like leaving out the doors, like trying to duck out real
Right,
quick.
like that's the back of the building. This
Right,
is the
right.
front of the building. Yeah. She gets up there. Right, if everyone would please have your seats, I'm sure Priest Constance will be out soon, and we can have this Q&A/town meeting.
I'm gonna
She
be up
makes her way.
front, and then that way I have the most leg room I possibly can. I'm gonna just stretch out my legs, have them crossed.
I'm gonna show you guys this guy too. He looks like a zombie.
Me being up close,
He's not meant to.
He's just really tired right now. Like,
Yeah,
he
like,
works the night
imagine him
shift,
not
so
a
he
zombie.
hasn't slept in 24 hours.
We're seeing all
I haven't
his
slept
traits.
in days.
It
Are
doesn't
you?
matter. I'm not reading
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
well.
to let you know.
Oh well, he's a I don't know what he is actually. Oh, he's a priest
Very
of some
tired.
sort.
Yeah.
It's a 5e thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not something you can't look up. He's a priest of the people for this stuff. Anyway, he comes walking out, looks out towards the whole group. All right, well, we're on day 8. 8 children in the past 8 days have gone missing in the evenings. We are no closer to finding out who did it, as we are to finding where these strange webs are coming from. He looks around, and I see that we're gaining many new faces. Sees Calvin in the front seat there.
Can I be passing
Glad that
out?
slowly falling asleep. Yeah, sure. I mean, help is help, regardless of how active it is, I guess. But we're glad people are joining our plight. We will be organizing a guard for the evening, and we will be taking volunteers. We feel that that is the most, what's the word I'm looking for? The most proactive method we can take as the adults of the city is an hourly roving guard. He points to there's a table next to him. There'll be sign-up sheets here. We're only asking for an hour of your time each evening. If you can volunteer an hour, we ask that you put down your name and where we can locate you so that the other shifts may do a transfer of, what's it called? A transfer of duties. And actually it would be, I'm actually going to change that. We'll say that they're going to ask for 2-hour shifts. All right? And think of it as one of those, there's basically a list on there. It starts at, let's say, 9 o'clock or 9 p.m. and it goes until about 7 a.m. And they're put off in 2-hour blocks. You would just put your name and where you can be found at, so that way the next people at the guard shift can come and kind of make sure you're awake and things like that. And, so they kind of point to that. We're taking all volunteers. Obviously, the later hours in the evening have already been, or have not been taken. Your 9 p.m.s, and he gives a little chuckle, and your earlier hours have been kind of swiped up early, but if you're more than willing, we greatly appreciate any help that we can get. He looks to the table again, and we are taking donations that are going to the families of those with children that are missing.
Calvin's head is fully backwards, and he lets out a big old snore at the end.
I'm glad my words are falling upon deaf ears this evening. Are there any, again looking around, noting that some of y'all are not from here, are there any questions from anyone before I kind of get into the details today?
I will take this time to kind of look around and see if I can spot our mysterious contact. probably not, but maybe. Otherwise,
there's
I will
still
let him continue.
There's still some people kind of coming in. There are some people standing, like that one lady was saying. There's a lot of people standing around the back, kind of standing close to the door that you kind of get the impression if it's going to be someone in here, it'll probably be someone in the back like that, quicker to get out, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, just keeping your... You can roll me a perception for that again too if you'd like.
Sure, why not?
All right.
Nice.
Yeah. You see actually two people that are kind of jumping out at you. It's a male and a female. They're both kind of wearing darker colors. Their clothes are kind of wet.
Sorry. Do they look like they came in together, or?
Yeah, they did come in together.
Okay.
They're kind of standing.
Perfect.
I don't have tokens for them yet, but they're standing over here towards the side. She's actually kind of like halfway up the stairs, kind of like leaning over the railing watching, and he's kind of standing at the back, watching from afar. She's more so taking it all in, and he's kind of just standing in the back listening, watching everyone else at the back. So you get a feeling that these people are kind of someone to keep an eye on, as well as kind of in the seat right in front of you, there's a fellow sitting there as well. He's got his legs crossed and they've been shaking pretty rapidly. He's got his hand kind of on his one knee and he's kind of doing like a rhythmic drumming, kind of like impatient, you know? You get a feeling that that's kind of someone to keep an eye on as well.
All right. Then these are the three I will watch, but I'm also going to do my best to pay attention to what's being said.
All right. So yeah, just we'll use some mind theater here. He goes on to talk about kind of what you guys have already heard with the spiders. He's going to tell you guys a story kind of long ago where kids were kind of being snatched, and even adults, younger adults, like going into their teen years, even early 20s sometimes. But he starts describing older stories of like skills and things and battles that they've heard of where the spiders actually have something where they can put their feet on like any part of the web, and if it moves, any spider that's touching it can kind of like hear where it came from. And so he's basically telling you guys that it's 8 days into this investigation. They're kind of getting the sense that these creatures are laying basically a prey net. And if something touches it, they're kind of instantly told this is your location, you know? And they have a feeling that the children are kind of being lured. They don't know how the children are being lured, but that's kind of what they believe is happening. If that kind of makes sense.
Yep.
So yeah, that's kind of what they're thinking is they think there is some spider-like creatures that are being controlled in some way, and they think that the children are being taken in the night, and they kind of think that that's how it's happening. And he looks around again. I know that this is kind of a lot to take in, but it's about the best that we've got and come up with, and you're more than welcome to do your own investigations, and we're looking for any help possible as to stopping this. So, we the people, the Church of the People, we fight for the people, we do for the people, and we protect the people. So, let's help the rest of our people that we can't find right now. Whether you're with the Church or not, every life is worth a chance. And he looks around the room. Do I have any questions before I continue?
Calvin lets out another snore.
Carter will be like rigorously taking notes while this is happening.
All right.
But no questions as of yet. At least nothing I want to just ask in front of a bunch of scared townsfolk.
True.
Like, that is my bigger problem. I have questions, but I don't really want to terrify the entire church just yet.
Sorry, I had to send a text. We've got a client messaging me again. So you're taking some notes. Varian's just kind of chilling in the back. Drake, Calvin's asleep on the front. So he kind of looks out there. All right, well, I guess this, for the most part, concludes this evening's meeting. He again points towards the table, and again, please, I ask any of you, if you can offer the time to join the guard, and don't feel bad if there's more than 2 people per time slot. The more people we can have per hour, the better it is. Feel free to sign up as many as you'd like. And for as many hours as you'd like too, and he gives another slight chuckle.
I'm not going to move immediately. I want to make sure if the 3 people I currently have my suspicions of start to make their way towards the exit, I can intercept at least one of them. I might point out to Varian, like, the 2, or whichever ones are, like, furthest from me. Maybe he can step in and have a word with them while I catch the 3rd.
Yeah, just keep my eyes out. Keep an eye out on them.
All right. So you're keeping an eye on them. You would have noticed kind of when the guy that was sitting down in front of you there, Carter. I'm just going to use that same 20 perception. You notice that he kind of looks over to the girl that's kind of leaning on the railing of the stairs, and they kind of nod towards each other, and he kind of makes his way up towards the table there, and begins writing into the book.
Seeing this, I'm actually going to walk up behind him.
All right, and as you're going up there, Varian, are you staying there? Or are you going to move up too?
I'm gonna actually move towards the door. Just move back a little bit.
As Carter, as you're going up there, and the one guy, you're kind of following behind him as he's going. The guy in the corner does kind of start moving his way towards the door. The girl is going to stay on the stairs. So the fella is leaving, but the lady is staying there. And he's just kind of, oh my gosh, sorry, I got clients texting me. I do apologize. He's writing up on the thing there, and I'm guessing, Carter, you're going to want to kind of see what his name is.
Yeah, I'll see if I can catch his name.
So if you're going to be filling out anything after him, I'm not going to make you make a check because you're physically looking right at it. So yeah, you get up there. Like I said, all the good hours are taken. Like from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m.'s already got like 12 names on it, and then from 9 to 11 p.m.'s got the same, like 20 names on it. And it slowly begins to like reverse mountain. You know, it doesn't go up and then down. It's like all the way up and then what's that called? Yeah, you've got a ditch basically happening here. You do see that he didn't leave a signature. He just wrote down BBC. Oh, that's so bad, Blood Blight crew. I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah.
The British Broadcasting Corporation, right?
Yeah, right.
Talk about the radio station.
Yep, dude. It just came out. Like I wasn't even thinking as I said it.
I don't get it. It must be the British side of me, you know? British
Yeah,
Broadcasting
absolutely.
Corporation. BBC.
All right,
You know,
so BBC, it's canon. Sorry, bud.
So there's just some initials there. There is periods between each letter, and then at the end,
We just gotta hyphenate it, right?
oh my gosh.
Big
At
bold
the
letters.
end, it just has a name, Lily. But you look at this person, you notice that it is a male.
This is definitely not Lily.
Correct.
But I'm curious, how many time slots is it down for?
For them, it seems like they're taking so they're going from 9 to 11. They're also going to take, so it's 11 to 1. It looks like they're on there from 3 to 5. And 11 to 1 and 3 to 5. It seems they've got about 6 on each.
Okay.
It just says oh my gosh. It says their crew's initials and then times 6 on each slot. So it appears that they're going to be putting like 6 members on each one.
BBC Lily, BBC Frank, BBC.
It just says BBC times 6 Lily.
Oh my god.
Blood
I still
crew.
don't understand why this is so funny. No? Anyway.
Do I come around too, or do I need to make a con save or something?
I'll probably kick your shin as I walk by.
He'll give you a kick. It's up to you if you want. You can choose to make the con save, or if he kicks your leg, you can just wake up.
I'm gonna make that weird snore that like you're startled and wake up. I'm like French toast.
What?
French toast.
That one?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, so he gives you a little kick. Are you guys... So he's now heading his way on out. He kind of looks towards the lady there on the stairs. Varian, you're looking down the aisle, so you'd see him kind of looking that way. And she starts to kind of make her way down the stairs, too, as he's kind of making his way on out. It's not like they're being secretive or anything. They're very good at communicating without words, is kind of what you're getting off that.
It's like what Barry and I were doing, only they're more competent.
I'm gonna look at that book, and I'm gonna see that 6 BBC and Lily give a little giggle, and I'm like, someone's gonna have a great time tonight, and then walk towards the door.
I see. Listening to the radio at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Respect that.
Yep.
Something like that.
Anyway, so is there anyone down for the slot from like 2 till 4?
So it's 2-hour slots, and it starts at 9 p.m.
sorry.
and it ends at 7 a.m. So you've got
1 to 3.
Yeah.
1 to 3 is... Oh, gosh. BBC is also...
11 to 1, and we've got 3 to 5. So is there anyone from 1 to 3?
9 to 11, 11 to 1. Oh yeah, okay, so they're from 1 to 3 and 3 to 5. That's the slots they're taking. I knew I missed a whole 2 hours of time.
So they're 1 to 3.
It seems like they've taken the... It seems like they're taking the graveyard shift, sort of.
All
so
right,
you can one from 11 to 1 then.
11 to 1. Just a few random names here and there. Maybe 3 people. Here, let me see.
I will put down my name from 11 to 1, and also from 1 to 3. I am going to have a very long night.
All right.
And I will make my way over to...
I don't know what this is for. All I read was the BBC of 6 and Lily, and I'm right, demon timing from 3 to 5.
Oh my gosh, Calvin's just wrecking everything. He's on a rampage.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Actually, Calvin, while you're still standing there,
Yes.
she'll probably meet you later. You don't have to do that. So yeah. What would y'all like to do? They've all kind of left the church. You do know you're going to see someone from the group later. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be these 3 that you see.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got, or 6. I'm sorry. 6, 12. It could be the same 6 doing both shifts, but you've at least got 6 that you're going to be able to meet with this evening.
Yeah. But I will meet up with Varian. It's up to Varian if he wants to stop them as they leave. Don't know what.
I will say they're not leaving like. Yeah, I will say they're not leaving like hastily. It's not like they're trying to rush out. They're just, kind of done with the meeting. The information's been put out, and they're just kind of leaving.
I think I'll let him.
Y'all just want to let him. Okay.
In that case, I will try to find the priest or whoever was giving out the information.
Mm-hmm.
The lady?
Nope.
The guy, the zombie dude.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still up there next to the thing where you sign your name, taking questions.
Yeah. Then I will hop up onto stage, or I don't know if it's like raised or not.
Yeah,
but
there's some
I'll
stairs on the left side right there.
probably wait until the whole area started to clear out a bit before I start grilling him.
For the most part, there's a couple people still over there by the table, but I mean, if you want to take him to the side, he'll kind of look at you.
I will
Did you want to talk about something more in private?
Indeed. I need to know where the disappearances have been located to. If they're toward the outer edges of the city or certain sections that are closer to these webbed trees, then any of this information could be vital. If it turns out it's something far more interior of the city, then that could mean something completely different than just random attacks.
He's going to pull you to the back room. He's going to pull up the town map like this. If you want to zoom out.
Yep.
All right, I don't have vegetation turned on, but I wish I did. It's all right. We're going to say... the whole city is kind of surrounded by trees for the most part.
Yeah.
There is coastline and beaches, but for the most part, everything like on this side, I don't know if y'all can see that or not.
Shift.
Try changing
click.
your color.
No, hold up.
Try changing
There we
your
go.
color to like a green or
I
something.
got it. No, I was on GM layer. You can't see that.
Uh-huh.
All right, so everything like on this side, not so many trees. There might be some trees like closer to the road, but then it's mostly like coastline, sand, and stuff like that. And then everything kind of up in this area, that's all forest.
You want to click me over? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I got you.
And now I'm gonna not do that.
Yeah, no. Oh, geez.
You know what? That works. All right, so we're gonna say that the encroachment. It's kind of like that. So anything from the city to the line is not, but then from the line to like the edge of the map is kind of where the webbing is encroaching upon the city, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Right.
And then I guess the left side where it doesn't cross the road there, it would not cover the road, but kind of like that's kind of what he would show you on a map. Like this is the extent of it. He would kind of show you that for the most part. I'm gonna change the color so I can delete this later. For the most part, most of the kids have been obviously coming out of this area. The side that's more in the walls, not so much an issue. So as far as patrols go, you guys will kind of be going up and down kind of through here. Like up and down this main road, kind of keeping control, and then kind of going around the perimeters. Like you might go down and around, then back through that way, but you're going to keep reporting basically to the guards that are like right there for the most part.
Okay.
But he would show you that for the most part, it's coming out of the west road, the outsides of town.
Nice.
I should use bigger lines, but yeah. And then I'm gonna come back to here.
Yep.
We have our military. The army is kind of on the outsides there, watching the tree lines, and we're not really 100% sure how they're getting the children is the issue.
Is there any underground passages, perhaps? Any sewer lines of the such? Cavern systems?
We have sewage systems, but those are regularly monitored. You know, we have people that work down there in the sewage systems and things like that. So if anything abnormal had been happening through there, they would have given a word. Public services would have. So I don't believe it's coming from there. I have a good feeling it's coming from the woods, but you have to understand, too, there's cave systems in the woods. So if we had to guess, that's our best guess.
You think they open up within the city's perimeter, or?
Oh, heavens no. The cave? Well, you know, there are stories that some of the original houses here in the area had escape routes and things like that, but you have to understand, this is more of a newer church, and we're kind of new to town. We've only been here for about 6 months now, and honestly, our rise kind of came with the end of the war, so we've only really been popular for about a month. So we don't know too many folks around.
Nonetheless, I appreciate your assistance. It's a starting point at the very least.
Of course, and you're more than welcome to come back and check in and get information on the search. Consider yourself part of the search now. We do appreciate the hours and the effort.
Of course. Anything to protect the people. Unless he's got anything else directly for me, I will take my leave. I will mention to Varian that I have put my name down for a good 4 hours. He's welcome to join me, or he can take the night off. That's up to him. I will also mention it to Calvin. I don't know if he listens or knows what it's about, but nonetheless.
I know you two guys are going, so I'm going to join, and I'm going to say to Carolyn, tell Lily, good luck.
Destiny,
I'm sorry.
Lily's the bandit.
Yes.
That would be really funny if you just told her,
Gosh.
and it turns out they work together. It's like, I don't know how he knew.
Oh,
I thought I had him completely deceived.
I thought you said it was Lily.
Folly in my plans.
I thought you said it was Lily in 6.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's
no,
Destiny?
No,
Yeah.
it's Lily. On the sheet.
Yeah. Tell Lily.
How did he
Good
know
luck.
it was me?
Tell Lily good luck.
I appreciate it. So anyways, the three figures kind of made their way out. You didn't decide to follow, which is fine. You kind of got the impression you're going to run into someone later.
Yeah.
You guys were talking out there. Calvin, you kind of got proposition to meet up later. Did you sign up for the thing or no?
I wrote in a joke one.
Yeah, whether or not he put his name down, he'll probably join us. But
yeah.
I'm making sure my name is.
I just wrote demon time at between 3 to 5.
All right. You have your little date with. That's so funny. You've got a date with Destiny. I just realized I did that.
Yes.
So you've got your date with Destiny. Carter and Varian are looking for the BBC.
Yep, this is true. I think we're on the wrong side of the ocean, but you never know.
Oh my gosh. I think we're gonna call it here. We're at about 3 hours. That, and I've got to get some tokens for these people because I know you guys are gonna want to investigate this next time. And you guys kind of went somewhere I wasn't expecting to go, so that's fine. But yeah, we'll call it here. You guys managed to, I'm gonna give like a soft recap of the day. You guys kind of finished up with the battle with the, and those were actually not just wolves; those were dire wolves, just so y'all know. So they are dire wolf pelts, there, Calvin. Ruined ones, and they were the actual CR level too. You actually, I really expected dire wolves to be stronger than that, but anyway, I guess I didn't pack tactic them enough for you.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys were kind of recovering from the battle. Simon kind of showed up, and you guys got escorted the rest of the way. You didn't have any more real fights or anything like that. The bandits kind of kept to themselves. You got to town. You met with Lincoln and Lincoln Jr. You bought like a laser pointer for your cat, some catnip. Had a little smoke session with Lincoln outside as you guys kind of talked to the father inside. Learned a little bit of information that's going on with the town, that there's this encroachment. They're not really sure what it is, but the town's kind of on edge because it reminds them of the war and the Fey creatures and the stuff that had happened, months ago, not very long ago. There's still post-traumatic stress and things happening like that. You met with the Church of the People, kind of a newer church, a little bit of the town. Half of them thinks they're kind of culty, but the rest is kind of like, no, they're good people. They're just trying to do good things and show that even just normal people can do good things. You don't have to pray to a god and hope that they treat you well. You can do good for each other, and that's kind of what they're trying to do. But yeah, you can see where it sounds culty too. But you found out that there's kind of these spider creatures that are possibly on the outside of town. You don't know 100% that that's what it is, but that's kind of what the town's given you. And you also kind of heard that there might not be working alone, but they might be being controlled. It's kind of what the church told you. And you met a few various other NPCs, and there's some other little shenanigans that Calvin might be doing with Lucas. You were offered a job so far as a kidnapping. And you guys, for the most part, the main mission is still on course. You are waiting for the people that broke out of Olympia, the Robertson children. You're kind of waiting there in Briarstone just in case they do come south to take the port out of town. You're kind of waiting there for that. So you feel like you have a few days. But yeah, for the most part, I think that's kind of a good recap of what y'all did today. Before we end out, if you got any fresh questions on your mind you'd like to ask me, go ahead and throw me some questions if you got them.
Nope, don't think so.
Nope, everything's pretty solid so far.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, so and we can do this too. As far as next session, I'm going to take a wild guess. You guys are going to want to do your guard shift and kind of prep with that, and then possibly look towards actually meeting some of these people, correct? Like at their place?
Right.
Most likely, yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm so glad you guys are like getting to play it. I'm so happy to be back playing. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Seas of Asteria, Royal Guard.
Fantastic. All right, guys. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and we will be back next Sunday, hopefully. Everyone, we're signing off. Let's say goodbye.
So yeah.
Bye.